Life is so boring now. I don't know if anybody else that's watching this video like would feel the same way or feels the same way, but yeah, just life just hasn't felt the same. I mean, life is so boring now. I don't know, there's just something about this time that's just very different from other decades, like the 2020s. I don't know what it is, man, but this time has been really strange. Because life just feels so bland now. It doesn't have the same exciting feeling that it used to. You know what I mean? Or at least for me. Because like pre-2020 era, the pre-2020 era, you know what I mean? Like 2019, 2018, all that stuff. It was it was great for me. It was great. It was nice for me. Especially 2019. That was a jam-packed year. I did a lot of things that year. But it's really strange how just everything just changed just like that. As soon as the 2020s arrived, it was really strange. It started with 2020 with COVID, and that really shook the world. I mean, like, let's just be honest here. It shook the world. It shook the United States. I mean, everyone had to do isolation and all that stuff, being inside their homes. And really during that time, I think there was like an awakening. There was an awakening. There was like somewhat of people's eyes being opened and like an enlightenment. You know what I mean? Because people started to see this society for what it truly is. And I think that's really what I think that's what really caused it for me. Because I don't know. My view of life now is just like life is so boring now. It's just like, you know, because I think before, really, for me, because I'm a college student right now, and before it was like like when I was in high school, I was told that you gotta. In high school, I dreamed I dreamed big. I dreamed big. You know what I mean? Like I was in college, and man, I was a great student, and I was looking forward to college. You know what I mean? Because I saw that the future held held so much. You know what I'm saying? That's how I saw it, man, because I was like, man, I dreamed big in high school, because I was like, I wanted to go to college. I wanted to, I was thinking about all these things, master's degree, doctorate, or all that stuff. I was thinking about it. And yeah, I dreamed big, but then the 2020s came, and it was just like, man, all these things. Now, I'm not going to say I stopped dreaming big, but it's just like, it really, my dreams really took a hit. I'll just say that. I didn't lose my dreams completely, but something about it, just really changed. Because as soon as the 2020s came, it's just like my eyes were open to just, the system, just the money hungry, elitist system, and really where the rich people rule everything, and how the United States really is an oligarchy, or as another brother I know, how he says it's a corptocracy, where corporations rule everything around here. And yeah, man, I think that's what really, just caused me to just see life a different way, because life isn't the same for me anymore. Like life is so boring now. And not even just like with just with college and all that stuff, like, but relationships, friendships aren't the same. I mean, it feels like everybody's on edge nowadays. You know what I mean? It's just like there's a lot of things that have changed. A lot of things that have changed. And yeah, life for me ultimately life for me is just like boring now. Because I don't look forward to friendships anymore. I don't look forward to, because before in high school, I used to look forward, and let me know, in the comments, if y'all feel the same way, because I know people uh, have told the same thing or said the same thing about how, life for them really changed. Is not the same for them anymore. Yeah, but really, the 2020s has just made me like more sheltered, more to myself than ever. Like, because prior to 2020, I was like, even though I was a little introverted, I still looked forward to hanging out with people. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't excited when a person would cancel plans and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Because I used to always want to hang out with people. You know what I mean? Like, even though I was a little introverted, I still wanted to go out there and talk to people and just go out in general. But now, just like, I just want to be inside the house. I just want to be at home and everything like that. And really, just the 2020s has really made me not look forward to like a lot of things. It made me see life differently, work, especially working. Because when you realize that, people in this country are being robbed of a respectable wage. I mean, and the rich people profit off of, the broken backs of the working class. And seeing all these things just really changed life for me, because really that's what they make life out to be, just working and all that stuff. And that's what I feel like it's all about now, just living paycheck to paycheck, just working 5 days a week and just only looking for the 2 days off. And it's just like all these things are just really what changed my view of life. Like life for me now is just so boring. It's just like, maybe it's just also part of me growing up, but it's just like, I think definitely living in the 2020s really did a huge deal as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, because I know a lot of other people, they say the same thing, how life is so boring for them now. Life isn't the same for them now. Like, they're more sheltered than they've ever been, because they've experienced a lot of things, and it's just really weird how life just changed. You know what I mean? Like, there was like a warp. There was like a switch or something like that. I don't know what exactly it is. If it's spiritual, I don't know what it is, but life just feels so different. Like, it's not even the same anymore. It's not the same anymore. Yeah, it's just really strange how life just just turned. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. I'm not the best, I'm not the most eloquent, but that's honestly just how I see it, But yeah, man. I mean, the only things I could appreciate about the 2020s was like maybe I met certain people, but I can't even name one special thing from the 2020s, as a whole. Like, I can't even remember anything. I can't even think of anything, honestly. I honestly cannot think of anything. Like, anything special that happened to me. Like, because 2020, I mean, 2020 wasn't really that great of a year, because that's when everything took a turn. Really, 2021, it was okay. And it's funny because, with the 2020s as well, the 2020s really hasn't been so great for me. Because if I were to look at it in retrospect and just look at like my life from the outside, just my experience in the 2020s, it's just been, it hasn't been that great. It's been lackluster, you know what I mean? Because just being an adult and all that stuff is just like, I don't know, you gotta work now, you gotta, worry about bills and all that stuff. You gotta do all these things now. And it's just like, man, just living to pay bills, man. Just all these things. And also with yeah, and all the years, man, and the 2020s, like, it's been so forgettable as well. When I mentioned like boring, it's like the years, like 2022, I can't even remember anything from that year. You know what I mean? Like, and this is just a random thought that I had, you know, that popped in my head. I was like, wait, what even happened in 2022 for me? I can't even remember a thing from that year. And that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is so boring now that we can't even remember what happened in a whole year. You know what I'm saying? Time feels faster. You know, it's like, it just feels like we're living day to day. We're not enjoying the present anymore. We're just trying to look forward to the weekend. We're not even looking forward to anything anymore. It's just like we're just living. We're alive but not living. That's what I think, man. It's just like it's just really strange. Like, these years have been so forgettable. Like 2022, I can't remember anything. You know, and I can't even tell you what my favorite year in the 2020s was. I can only tell you my I can only tell you like my least worst year. You know, and you see the wordplay. Like, it's not like, I can't say my best year, but my least worst, because there wasn't any year in the 2020s where it's just like I genuinely enjoyed this year. Now, honestly, I would say that if it wasn't for the things that had happened last month, this year, because last month was a really trying month. I'm not going to lie. There were so many things. There were things that happened last month that really tested me. You know what I mean? Like, discouraged me and just, man. But if it weren't for those things, I probably would have said 2024 was my least worst year. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, we're not living anymore. We're just alive. we're just alive. That's it, man. We're just alive, but we're not living anymore. We're just looking forward to when the day ends. You know, because back then, pre-2020, we can remember the things that had happened in a year. You know what I mean? A year felt like a year. And all the things that we did that year and all that stuff, like, we can remember, you know what I mean? But now it's just like, it's like everything is so forgettable now. Everything is bland now. You know what I'm saying? Life is so boring. Movies are boring. Sports is boring. I mean, there's really nothing I enjoy like that anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because with sports, I used to watch basketball a lot. Well, I mean, I would say, yeah, I did watch basketball a lot. Like, prior to the 2020s, I used to watch basketball. You know what I mean? Like, I used to watch basketball, but now it's just like, I don't even look forward to anything anymore. Basketball, football, really any sports, music. in this era, I don't even listen to it, you know? Like, there's really nothing I look forward to. Like, because what really is there to look forward to? I don't know, but everything is so bland now. And also movies as well. Movies are bland now. Like, you know what I mean? And also, don't even get me started with AI, man. AI is making everything bland as well. Tell me why, literally, I go on YouTube. Well, no, let me say Instagram. Because I deleted Instagram. I don't have Instagram, you know. But yeah, so when I had Instagram, I started to see much more AI content. Like, over the span of 2 years or so, I started to see much more of that bland nonsense, where it's just like people just put things into, like, people put in a prompt into like an AI generator, and they just make videos for them and all that stuff. So there's no creativity as well on social media nowadays anymore. There's no creativity. I mean, there is creativity, but it's really decreasing at a very concerning rate. You know what I mean? AI is starting to take over everything now. And it's just like, Like that's my point. My point is like life is so bland now. Everything is so bland now. You know what I mean? Like it's just really weird how life had just changed like that. There's really nothing I look forward to. You know what I mean? There's really nothing. And it's funny because with sports, right? This is a funny story. So one of my friends that I usually study with, you know, he asked me if I watch basketball. And we were studying together, and he asked me if I watch basketball. I'm like, nah, man, I don't watch basketball anymore. You know what I mean? And the dude was telling me about all the you know, he was telling me about how his favorite team was the Rockets, I think. The Rockets. And he was telling me all the players and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't know any of these people. You know what I'm saying? Like the current roster, like this year, I don't even know anybody except that dude Jalen Green. I think that's what his name is. But you know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because the era that I remember was the era that was from like 2018, 2017, 2016, because that was like the last time I was actually like invested in basketball. You know what I mean? Like that's literally the last time I was invested. And because those were the players I remembered, and it was like the roster that he told me was so different. I was just like, wow, that is honestly crazy. That just shows how much I don't care about a lot of things in society today. Like many things are boring now. I don't know. But yeah, man, it's just this decade so far has just been kind of bad. Hasn't really been great. I honestly, all I'm hoping for is for the other half of this decade to be better. You know what I mean? Although I don't know what the future holds, man. I mean, because like we see everything, and it's just like we see everything happening. It's just like there's no way of telling what's gonna happen. Honestly, there's no way of telling anymore. So it's just like I don't know. The future is uncertain. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but all I'm hoping for is that there's a turnaround for me this decade, that things get much better, because life has just been so bland. Like I wish I can go back to those times pre-2020, man, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like 2016, 2015, 2010, like all the, you know, the 2010s, man. In the early 2000s, all those times, it's just I don't know. Life has just been really boring for me now. And hopefully things do get better, but I don't know. But let me know what y'all think. Share your thoughts in the comments. I would really appreciate it. If anybody feels the same way about how life is boring for them, then yeah, just leave a comment, man. But yeah, let's just hope that 2025 and beyond is better. Peace out.